Hey, welcome to Mobile 15. For today's post, I thought I'd try something a little different and record in video my initial impressions of developing for Apple's new TV platform, tvOS. So, I have a list here of 3 things that I really enjoy about tvOS, and a list of 3 other things that I found very, very frustrating. Now, before we dive into that list, let me go over a little bit of the background behind the application that we built. What you're seeing on screen is an application that I wrote for an e-commerce company called Touch of Modern. So the goal of the application is to have the user log in, browse certain sales, and browse products within those sales, and eventually purchase those products. In total, I spent about 2 weeks to build the initial prototype app, and then another 2 weeks to polish the app and build in functionality such as the login screen. So without further ado, let's go into the list of 3 of the things that I've really enjoyed about developing on tvOS. The first important thing is UIKit. What you'll find when you first develop your application is that UIKit is fully available for tvOS. What this means is that all the labels, buttons, list views, collection views are all available when developing on the TV platform. For example, navigating through an application is very similar to navigating through an iOS app. What I mean is navigation controllers and view controllers all exist on a stack, and pushing and popping is almost exactly the same. Alright, so second really cool thing is the focus engine of tvOS. For the most part, the focus engine is really reliable and it's very intuitive to build UI on top of. What I mean is that when you're building an application for tvOS, you won't be struggling to build an intuitive user interface. And the third thing I want to talk about is the large resolution of a TV. With the high resolution of a television, you'll be able to do some really cool things, such as displaying fully high-res images in a horizontal list view, and all that will fit in the TV screen. Okay, so I really enjoyed developing for tvOS, but let me get into 3 things that I found to be pretty frustrating about the platform itself. The first most challenging and frustrating thing is the lack of a keyboard. What you'll find while developing a TV application is that a lack of a keyboard means having the user logging in, filling out shipping information and credit card information is very, very difficult because the UI doesn't have a very easy to use keyboard. What you're seeing on screen as the keyboard pops up is a simulator's keyboard. Using that keyboard with a remote scrolling left and right, up and down is very challenging and very frustrating. The second thing I want to talk about is the challenge that comes when trying to present a long block of text. This isn't really a problem that is specific to tvOS, but it's more of an issue with the TV platform itself. For example, when building an e-commerce application, you're going to have to display description text that is quite long for the items that you're trying to sell. And what we've found is that presenting long blocks of text on TV just doesn't work. And lastly, the kind of minor issue that I found is that there's a bit of a lack of integration with cocoapods. And so, for example, building a network application such as what you're seeing on the screen requires you to make post requests and get requests. And usually I use AF networking and it makes it very easy. But in this app, I ended up building my own library of network calls. It wasn't bad, but it would have been a lot faster to use a well-developed library like AF networking. So in summary, I think the tvOS platform is really fun and really unique. Current App Store is a bit of a ghost town, but I think if you make a very interesting app, you have a really good chance to make it big. All right, thanks for watching, and make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. Bye-bye.